What if everything that is keeping you up at night actually did not matter at all? What if the heavy fog of anxiety clouding your thoughts could vanish just by changing how you look at the world? This is not wishful thinking. It is not magic. It is ancient wisdom, and it might just set you free. We are talking about Stoicism, a time-tested philosophy that has helped millions escape the mental trap of overthinking for over 2,000 years. Today, I will walk you through 6 powerful Stoic techniques to break free from the grip of worry, starting right now. Let us begin with a simple truth. Worry feels endless, like a loop that never shuts off. Your mind races through every possibility, replaying the past and projecting into the future. It is exhausting, and yet, deep down, you know something. Worry does not fix anything. Even worse, it quietly drains your time, your energy, and your peace. This is where Stoic philosophy steps in with clarity and power. Think of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, not just as names from ancient books, but as guides who understood something timeless. They taught us that we may not control the world, but we can absolutely control how we respond to it. So if you are tired of letting fear run your life and ready to move forward with greater peace and purpose, the Stoic strategies you are about to hear may change the way you live forever. Number 1, control what you can. Let go of what you cannot. This is one of the central teachings of Stoicism. It sounds simple, but it is deeply transformative. We waste so much energy worrying about things that are beyond our control. What someone might say, what tomorrow might bring, how people might respond. But here's the truth. That kind of worry is a trap. It leads nowhere. The only thing that truly matters is how you respond in this very moment. For example, imagine you are anxious about a big meeting. Can you control the outcome? No. Can you control what others will think of you? Definitely not. But you can control how well you prepare. You can choose your mindset. You can decide to show up as your best self. Instead of spinning in circles, redirect that anxious energy toward preparation, toward clarity, toward action. That is how Stoicism turns fear into strength. Number 2, negative visualization. This may sound counterintuitive, but stick with me because it is one of the most powerful Stoic tools to calm a restless mind. Negative visualization means imagining the worst-case scenario. Yes, you heard that right. By picturing the thing you fear the most and accepting it, you strip it of its power. Let us say you are nervous about giving a presentation. What is the worst that could happen? Maybe you forget a few lines. Maybe your boss looks disappointed. Maybe you feel embarrassed. But now pause and imagine it. Let it play out in your mind and then realize the world keeps spinning. You are still breathing, still here, still strong. The fear loses its edge, and suddenly that presentation no longer feels like a monster under your bed. In fact, you might just surprise yourself because things usually turn out far better than your fears predicted. Number 3, focus on the present moment. Worry thrives when your mind is wandering, either backward into regret or forward into fear. The Stoics believe the present moment is all that truly exists. Everything else is illusion. Think about it. When you are worried, where is your mind? It is probably stuck in yesterday's mistake or tomorrow's unknown. But right now, this very second, you are safe. You are here. And this moment is where your power lives. Maybe you are dreading a future event, a test, a conversation, a decision. Ask yourself, what can I do now? Ground yourself in action, in breath, in the present. Because when you focus on what is real and right in front of you, worry loses its grip and clarity begins to return. Number 4, everything is temporary. The Stoics remind us of something we often forget. Everything, good or bad, is impermanent. Your current struggle, it will pass. Your stress, it will fade. Even your joy, it too will evolve. This truth is not meant to make us sad. It is meant to make us free. When you understand that no storm lasts forever, you stop being afraid of rain. You stop clinging to outcomes, and you begin to live with more courage. Let us say you are facing a personal crisis or a stressful situation at work. It feels heavy, like it will never end, but look closer. Every experience, no matter how painful, has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You are simply passing through a season, and it will not last forever. And that brings us to an even deeper Stoic truth, one that will carry us into the next part of this journey. Up next, the surprising practice that helps you detach from pain, reclaim peace, and become emotionally unshakable. Shall we keep going? Number 5, self-reflection, the power of journaling. There is a reason the Stoics value journaling so deeply. It is not just about writing words on a page. It is about facing your thoughts head-on with honesty and clarity. When you take a few quiet moments to put your worries into words, something powerful happens. You begin to see your fears for what they truly are, often exaggerated, unfounded, or completely outside your control. That swirl of anxiety in your head, it starts to settle. The fog clears, perspective returns. Try this simple habit. At the end of your day, grab a pen or open a blank note and ask yourself, what am I worried about right now? Write it down. Do not overthink it. Then look at each thought and ask, can I control this? Is it as big as it feels? Or am I feeding it more energy than it deserves? You may be surprised. Most of your stress may not be rooted in reality. It is rooted in fear. And once you see that, the fear begins to lose its grip. Journaling is not a luxury. It is a lifeline. Number 6, embrace discomfort as a teacher. Here is a Stoic truth many people avoid. Discomfort is not the enemy. In fact, it is one of your greatest allies. The Stoics did not just tolerate hardship, they welcomed it. Why? Because discomfort builds strength. Because facing pain with courage transforms fear into growth. Think about a moment in your life when you stepped into something new and uncertain. A new job, a bold decision, a difficult conversation. Was it uncomfortable? Of course. But did it teach you something? Did it make you stronger? Almost always. That is what the Stoics understood. When you stop running from discomfort and start walking through it, you stop seeing challenges as threats and start seeing them as opportunities to grow. Every time you lean into discomfort, you train your mind to be braver, more resilient, less shaken by uncertainty. And the more you practice, the less power worry has over your life. Because life is always changing, always shifting, the question is not, how do I avoid the storm? But rather, how do I walk through it with calm, clarity, and control? When you embrace that truth, worry begins to fade. What replaces it is strength. Before you go, let us recap. Focus on what you can control. Visualize the worst so it no longer controls you. Live in the present. Remember, everything is temporary. Reflect through journaling, and face discomfort like a warrior in training. These are not just theories, they are practical tools, and if you apply them day by day, you will feel the shift. You will start to live, not with fear, but with freedom. If this message resonated with you, let it ripple outward. Give this video a like. Drop a comment. What was your biggest takeaway from today? Subscribe to the channel for more simple, powerful lessons from Stoic philosophy. You never know who in your life might need these words, so share it with someone you care about. And above all, remember this: worry is just a habit, a loop you are conditioned to believe is normal, but it does not have to be your story. With a little Stoic wisdom and a little courage, you can break free, stay grounded, stay mindful, and keep growing. Until next time, take control, stay calm, and live on purpose.